The arena lights burned bright as anticipation filled the air, setting the stage for what would become one of the most electrifying matchups of the season between the Charlotte Hornets and the Miami Heat. What unfolded over the course of 4 intense quarters was not just a basketball game, but a dramatic narrative of resilience, momentum swings, individual brilliance, and heart-stopping moments that ultimately culminated in a razor-thin 127-126 victory for Charlotte. Fans in attendance and those watching across the globe were treated to a spectacle that perfectly encapsulated the unpredictable magic of professional basketball. From the opening tip-off, both teams demonstrated an aggressive intent, refusing to ease into the game. The Hornets came out with a fast-paced offensive strategy, pushing the tempo and looking to exploit early mismatches. Their guards moved the ball with precision, creating open looks on the perimeter while also attacking the paint with confidence. On the other side, the Heat responded with their trademark defensive discipline, closing out shooters quickly and forcing contested attempts. Yet, even against Miami's well-structured defense, Charlotte found rhythm early, knocking down consecutive shots that energized their bench and fans alike. The first quarter quickly evolved into a back-and-forth scoring duel. Miami's offense, led by sharp ball movement and efficient shot selection, began to click midway through the period. The Heat capitalized on transition opportunities, turning defensive stops into fast break points. Their ability to stretch the floor with outside shooting forced the Hornets to adjust defensively, opening driving lanes that Miami exploited with precision. By the end of the first quarter, the scoreboard reflected the intensity on the court, with both teams separated by only a few points. As the second quarter began, the game's tempo intensified even further. Charlotte's bench stepped up in a significant way, providing valuable minutes and maintaining offensive pressure while the starters rested. The Hornets' second unit showcased depth and versatility, hitting timely shots and contributing defensively with active hands and smart rotations. This surge allowed Charlotte to briefly extend their lead, creating a sense of momentum that seemed poised to carry them into halftime. However, the Heat were far from conceding control. Demonstrating their resilience, Miami mounted a strong response behind a combination of veteran leadership and strategic adjustments. Their offense became more methodical, focusing on high-percentage shots and drawing fouls to get to the free throw line. Defensively, they tightened their coverage, limiting Charlotte's open looks and forcing turnovers that translated into easy points. The closing minutes of the second quarter were particularly crucial, as Miami managed to erase the deficit and even take a slight lead heading into halftime, shifting the momentum in their favor. The halftime break provided both teams with an opportunity to regroup, analyze, and prepare for what promised to be a fiercely contested second half. Coaches emphasized adjustments, players refocused, and fans braced themselves for the continuation of an already thrilling contest. When the third quarter commenced, it was clear that neither team was willing to back down. Charlotte emerged from the break with renewed energy, executing their offensive sets with greater precision. Their ball movement improved, leading to open shots that they converted with confidence. The Hornets also made defensive adjustments, particularly in limiting Miami's perimeter shooting. By closing out more aggressively and contesting every attempt, they disrupted the Heat's rhythm and forced them into more difficult scoring situations. Despite these efforts, Miami's offense remained dangerous. The Heat showcased their adaptability, finding ways to score through mid-range jumpers, drives to the basket, and second-chance opportunities created by offensive rebounds. Their persistence paid off as they managed to keep pace with Charlotte, ensuring that the game remained tightly contested. As the third quarter progressed, the intensity on the court reached new heights. Every possession carried weight, every shot seemed critical, and every defensive stop was celebrated with fervor. The crowd's energy mirrored the action, creating an electric atmosphere that fueled both teams. By the end of the quarter, the score remained incredibly close, setting the stage for a dramatic final period. The fourth quarter began with a palpable sense of urgency. Both teams understood that the margin for error was virtually non-existent. Charlotte continued to rely on their offensive versatility, mixing perimeter shooting with aggressive drives to the basket. Their players displayed composure under pressure, making smart decisions and capitalizing on scoring opportunities. Meanwhile, Miami leaned on their experience and defensive tenacity. The Heat intensified their efforts on both ends of the floor, contesting every shot and battling for every rebound. Their offense, though occasionally challenged by Charlotte's defense, continued to produce crucial points that kept them within striking distance. As the clock ticked down, the game evolved into a true nail-biter. Lead changes became frequent, with neither team able to establish a comfortable advantage. Each basket was met with an immediate response, creating a relentless back-and-forth dynamic that kept fans on the edge of their seats. The tension in the arena was unmistakable, as every possession carried the potential to decide the outcome. In the final minutes, the stakes reached their peak. Charlotte managed to secure a slight lead, but Miami quickly answered with a clutch shot that tied the game once again. The pressure mounted with each passing second, and both teams executed with remarkable precision despite the high-stress environment. With less than a minute remaining, Charlotte delivered a crucial offensive sequence, converting a difficult shot that gave them a narrow lead. However, Miami refused to yield, responding with a well-executed play that resulted in a basket, bringing them within a single point. The crowd erupted, sensing the imminent climax of an unforgettable contest. The final seconds of the game were nothing short of dramatic. Charlotte, holding a 1-point lead, faced immense pressure to maintain their advantage. Miami had one last opportunity to seize victory, setting up a potential game-winning play. The tension was almost unbearable as the ball was inbound and the Heat initiated their final possession. Miami's offense moved swiftly, searching for an opening against Charlotte's determined defense. As the clock dwindled, a shot was attempted under heavy contest. The ball hung in the air for what felt like an eternity before ultimately missing its mark. The Hornets secured the rebound as the buzzer sounded, sealing a thrilling 127-126 victory.